All right, fellas. So,
NFH, that would be mine.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's here.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. So here's where we're at. I was scrolling the X app, and I came across a tweet that sparked some thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And the tweet simply was, what has gradually disappeared over the last 10 years without people really noticing? And so I started to think about it for a little bit, and I was like, that's a pretty good thought. And some of them, like, morals have disappeared, butterflies and bees, like, we get it. Toll booths on highways. But then there was some where it was like the ability to just be bored. Like, it's okay not to have something to do. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like, not only for us, but like our kids, like, to be bored. Somebody commented pubic hair, ball washers on golf courses.
Those are still there.
Quality fast food. Either my standards have improved or McDonald's has gotten worse. I don't know.
VHS tapes.
Books with worn spines and scribbled margins. Long phone calls without a reason. Neighbors who knock just to say hi.
Oh, we got those around here.
Childhoods without a digital trail.
Mm.
And eye contact that lingers without distraction. Privacy. My hairline. The missing kids on the back of milk jugs.
Oh, yeah. They don't print that shit on cartons anymore.
Wall clocks. Some guy, Tom here, said common sense. And then another person had like a long laundry list. Customer service, high heels, inconvenience, common sense, boring politicians.
I literally almost did customer service for my topic today.
Respectful disagreements. Original movies. I could get behind that. Malls, movie stars, newscasters. But I don't know. I just thought about it. So, like, what have you noticed in the last 10 years that really has gradually disappeared that nobody's like, man, do you remember the last time this or that?
Blockbuster.
I was going to say, this was a...
Blockbuster wasn't around 10 years ago.
This was a question in the morning brain teaser the other day. It said, like, the number two saying, like, the phrase is no longer... Like, this phrase is no longer used. Like, it's completely extinct. Like, nobody ever says it anymore. And they gave the number two phrase, which I can't remember what it was, and they were looking for the number one. And number one phrase was, be kind and rewind.
Yep. Now, just as we're talking through this, I haven't put much thought into it, but I feel like breath mints, breath spray, Listerine strips, like there used to be a lot of focus on fresh breathness.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's a thing
It's
anymore.
because it's a digital world. Everybody does Zooms and Skypes, and I feel like that Banaka and all that bullshit, like that ship's sailed.
Like, you remember
yeah.
I know they still make some.
I used it.
Yeah.
One of them here, people who don't get offended. I think that, like, when you think about that, 2015, if you go back in history, because that's 10 years, so that's the end of President Obama's second term, right? So I would say maybe even longer than that, but people are so easily offended about anything anymore. It's unreal.
Is it? I know we don't talk about politics, but is it that woke thing? Like, is that where the safe spaces and the snowflakes and all that?
Could be. How about used to leave the grocery store or wherever you was at, and they'd have like the little put in your 50 cents, and the horse is like.
Myers still got one for a penny.
Really?
Yeah.
A penny?
Yeah, and then there's a little cup of pennies there. When we go to Meijer and go shopping, the kids, they like to get, the horse has got a name, but I don't remember it.
Black Beauty.
No, it's not Black Beauty. It's like Sam or something like that. So, I don't know. It was kind of thought-provoking in a sense of,
yeah, I like
you
it.
don't notice what's gradually disappeared.
Rand McNally. You don't find very many maps
Atlas.
anymore.
Atlas.
Yeah. I know one person that does.
Frank Lindemann.
Oh, Papa Frank.
Yeah.
Well, Papa Frank's got one, and if I'm speculating, he's probably going to look right down to his right-hand side of the old easy chair where it sits, unless one of my children has destroyed it. And if that's the case, Dad, I'm sorry.
So as recent as, I'm going to say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe 4, less than 5. Friend of the program, my partner in crime, Mr. Christian James Schwinghammer.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his father and mother and wife took a trip to Michigan to a wedding.
Yeah.
To one of their close it's actually one of Schwing's little brother's best buddies. And when Paul picked him up, Chris's dad picked him up to go, like he had the old MapQuest printouts.
Yeah.
Like ready to go for the whole way from Holland.
That's tough.
Or Huntingburg to Michigan.
Here's one that's
CDs.
Yeah.
Oh,
CDs.
yeah.
Here's one that's a big one. Normal human interaction not involving screens.
I mean, it's definitely less, but I feel like we do lots of human interacting in our neighborhood, not our neighborhood, our community.
I would say maybe amongst the adults, but when it comes to like kids, and I have the experience of coaching these 7th and 8th grade kids.
Yeah,
they're
awkward little bastards.
It is very tough to communicate with a kid at that
They're
age.
very awkward
Because if you like, I can tell we do it all the time. We'll explain it. We'll talk about it. Any questions? Nope. First time we will do it, it'll be completely wrong. And it's some of it is, they're young, they're learning and doing all that stuff. But a lot of times it's repeated stuff where it's just, I don't know, but they'll text, they'll do that, and then they'd sit in a room and not talk to each other.
Yeah. I think my son is not very good at it. We were just at a restaurant the other day and like trying to get him to order his food. We went to Hooters the other night.
Yeah, boy.
And trying to get him to like order his sandwich or what he wanted from Hooters. And the girl, which I don't think he was like off put, because our waitress was like, she was attractive, but not like
65 and 7 kids
no,
later.
it was not. No. But like, I don't think he was off put by like her appearance or anything, but he's like, oh, I'll have the Western burger with fries and and cheese sauce or whatever. And I'm like, Max, God, speak up. You know what I mean? Like, good grief. But I feel like a lot of those kids, they're used to like not like interacting one-on-one, you know? So that, I don't know. It's kind of cringy watching our kids try to like order their own food.
Is it like a situation where kids are so used to being talked at instead of talked with?
Right.
No, because Wesley can talk loud on his headset, but like if I try to talk to him, he's like,
oh, I know. That's how Max is. And I say, huh? Like, what'd you say? Huh? So many times. And then he'll be like, why can nobody hear me? And I'm like, bro, because you're mumbling.
Yeah,
like
get the marshmallows out of your mouth.
I'm sorry, Max. I don't have the best hearing in the world, but like you are like literally mumbling. Like I can't understand what you're saying.
Weston's always looking like he'll never look at you to talk.
Oh, exactly.
Like,
oh, good. I thought it was just me.
No, it's him.
No,
He's bad about it.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you got to look at when you're talking because when you talk to the floor, your feet are here.
Yeah,
I am not.
Yeah, it's tough. And I've noticed it was the other night at St. Henry. Blake Vonderheide was talking across the table, and I could not.
Oh, because he's soft spoken anyway. Like it
was the background noise, and it's like I told Janelle the other day. I was like, if there's background noise or like a lot of people,
oh man,
I can't hear for shit anymore.
No,
I think I'm starting to get old.
You're gonna have to get the bell tones.
But here's another thing I was wondering about, kind of off of this, but with like everybody's got like an earbud in or 2 earbuds in. And I saw a lady at work the other day. I think she was either doing in-room dining or she was coming back from a dish run.
Come back.
And she had her phone on the cart, watching her phone, 2 earbuds in, just strolling down. And I was wondering, we talk about this, kids got no attention span. They got none of this or they got none of that. Is it not like the reality, like kind of like one of those comments was like just people just being bored.
Sure.
Like you can't just walk down a hallway without feeling the need to do something.
I hate trying to do anything. Like I can wear one earbud. Like if I'm zoned out and want to listen to music, I'll wear like the airplane today, just because it's like
You didn't raw dog the flight?
I did while I was reading.
That's not raw dogging the flight. You've never seen those online?
I have.
Where these guys where they'll just like 4-hour flight, just gonna sit here. No music, no books, no reading material, no entertainment, and just sit there.
I guess you could.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a thing. It's like a trend.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Raw dogging flights. I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Okay.
So
I don't do it.
yeah, I need to be entertained, especially sitting on a plane because I got a lot of other distracting thoughts. That's
The
true.
warden says I do raw dog flights, and I talk to everybody on board.
I never met a stranger. It's a good thing. We can communicate with people.
Yeah.
That's a positive. It's a
Apparently,
positive
apparently
trait.
it's not.
Oh. Well, what does she know?
Yeah. Dave,
We're
before
gonna-
we get to your topic, can we take a break?
Yeah.